New Cardi Kaizoku video. Need to watch.
Cardi Kaizoku.
This video is sponsored by gumgum.gg. Discover the latest OP10 deck list on gumgum.gg, updated daily. Be the first to see decks for new leaders as they emerge. With over 1000 deck lists per set, gumgum.gg has all the top strategies as soon as they drop. This video is sponsored by Card Market, Europe's largest online marketplace for trading card games. Alright, we're going to be reacting to Game 2 of the 2024 Championship Finals, Wave 2. This is like Japan's version of Nats, so it's Doflamingo versus Purple Luffy. You can check out my first video for Yellow Kid versus Doflamingo. But yeah, Doflamingo, you know what he does. 2 Don on leader. If you attack, pay a Don, look at the top card of your deck. If it's a 7 Warlords of the C-type card with the cost of 4 or less, you can play it out rested. Purple Luffy, when you're at 0 or 3 or more Don, you can take the top card of your life to your hand and then ramp an active Don. So ramp deck versus aggro deck. They're both aggro decks, but one is a lot more fragile than the other. The other one should be fragile, but they have so much ways to draw extra cards and play blockers. I don't know, it's crazy. And as we mentioned, he kind of looks like Harry Potter from the last video. We'll see how this matchup goes. Historically, Purple Luffy unfavored into this matchup, but sometimes can squeak a win if Purple Luffy goes first. So we'll see who wins the dice roll or the junk and pawn roll here. Okay, let's skip to the start of the game. Okay, that's a pretty good hand. Right, you have a Gum Gigant, you have a Luffy Taro. He plays starter deck 10 Law and the 1-cost Law. 2k Kamazo could be good tech against the 2-cost Teach. Right, but the disappointing thing is that the 4-cost Bounce Law, which is not even a tech card, it's just an included card. He has it in his hand too. He's going to bounce the Kamazo back to hand, and he has to Teach too, so that Kamazo is not going to be able to do anything. That's so freaking annoying. You tech against this guy with a card, but a card that Doflamingo runs anyway can just counter your tech. He tech your tech for free. And then whatever that bow is that the blocker one? Yep, that's art. That is too rich for my blood. The Sengoku is alt art too. This is the richest Doflamingo player ever. Against poor old Harry Potter. It's like Dudley versus Harry Potter here, right? Freaking, I got a cheer from my Harry Potter. My Gryffindor bros. Griffin bros. But Dudley was pretty cool in the end, right? It was just his parents that were toxic. Okay, so it does play out a law. So Purple Luffy's first, that's good. That's his better curve against Doflamingo player. Against any deck, really. Finds a Songoro. He has a Taro in hand, so that's pretty good already, right? You have the combo ready. He's gonna play the combos out next turn, I bet, because Doflamingo's gonna play Teach this turn. But yeah, Law is just gonna bounce it back to hand. He has 3 Sengokus. What the heck? He could play 2 Sengokus instead. Nope, plays the Teach out first. Alright, next turn he could play all the Sengokus he wants. He could play what? 3 Sengokus and then put the Law on top of life of his deck and then cheat it out and bounce the Sengoku back to hand. That's crazy. Okay, so Luffy has a Rainbow Dawn. All of his Dawn are different from the premium booster. Okay, 5 at lead. Takes it. Is it a 4th Sengoku? Nope, it's a Weevil. Let's see. Plays out the Kamazo, but yeah, it's not going to end up good for him. It just comes to the luck of the draw, right? If the Doflamingo doesn't have this Law here, Purple Luffy could have stood a chance, I think, but I don't think it's going to be in his favor at this point. So Sengoku finds a 7 Warlords for him. Every single card in his deck is an alt-art. This guy's rich. What is that? Mihawk. The 9-cost one. He does run 9-cost Mihawk. It's like a version that I've never seen before. But the one in his hand is the 2k counter one, right? So it does play another Sengoku. Yeah, I'm not going to recognize most of these cards. Okay, that's Gecko Moria. And then Boa. Weevil has no alt-art, so at least I recognize him. Okay, takes the Gecko to hand. Plays a 3rd Sengoku. He looks like he was gonna tap a Dawn there. Right, play 3 characters out, lose nothing in hand. It does run Red Rock. Is that what that blue, very orangish card is? Right, play 3rd Sengoku, put 2 Dawn on leader, rested Dawn, put the Law on top, bounce the Kamazo back to hand. You're golden. 3rd Sengoku. Let's see HG's reaction. HG? Is that short for Hard Gay? Do you guys know who Hard Gay is? Razor Ramon? Woo! Maybe it's too old of a reference for you guys. Oh, did he pick 6 cards by accident? Oh, what happens here? He looked at it too already, right? Uh-oh. DQ? Come on, DQ the Doflamingo. Sorry, I'm a Doflamingo hater. I'm a Dofi hater. He runs 2 Red Rocks. Does that card get bottom deck too? Or no, it just goes on top? Some shenanigans here. I guess he's explaining stuff. Does it just go out of play? Oh, he reveals it. I guess that's the resolution. If you draw a 6 card by accident, just both players get to see it and it gets bottom decked. It puts 2 down on the Teach. And then plays out the Law. Oh, Jinbei into Law. It's even worse. Oh my god. Is that how that ordering should have went? trashed the Sengoku, would it have replaced... I don't know, I'm just gonna assume that everything he did was correct. Right, if you play Jinbei, the law comes out. That replaces the Sengoku and then bounces the other Sengoku. But yeah, Kamazo back to hand. And then he counters the 7k from lead for 3k with the Kamazo that just got bounced back. Might be over here, right? He's got a Law, a Jinbei. He lost his Kamazo. That can't get rid of the Teach anymore. So yeah, he's at 3 life and hasn't developed anything. He can Taro this turn, so 5 at Jinbei. He has all the counter in the world because he just played 3 Sengokus. Bounce one back to hand even. Counters with the Gecko. It's looking like that's what he's gonna decide to do. My guy keeps fumbling his cards. I guess he's nervous, right? Playing with such an expensive deck. Okay, Taro into minus Dawn into Sangoro. Lets him cheat out at 5 costs purple Straw Hat. 5 costs or less. Alright. Can Purple Luffy stave off this aggression at this point? Yeah, if he didn't get the bounce law, he'd have Kamoza out. If he didn't have Jinbei, that's one less attack he'd have to like worry about. It's just everything not going in Purple Luffy's favor. It's so consistent to do this with Doflamingo too, right? Since you're running 3 Sengokus that he played that turn, so you're gonna find these cards eventually. Plays out Boa, rearrange top 3. Oh, he almost looked at an extra card again, and then lets him put Arrested Dawn on leader. You can cheat out another Jinbei at this point. Yeah, like this deck is way too consistent and it has too many tools. I think I was okay with Doflamingo prior to this week, but this week I just really hate this deck. Sorry if that's affecting my commentary and affecting your guys' enjoyment, but if you guys hate him too, hate it with me. Okay, so Arrested Dawn on leader? Or wait, what's happened? Why is Jinbei in the Dawn area? Oh, okay, the Dawn went on Jinbei instead of leader. He still has access to Teach. Uses Teach's ability. What does he put on top? Weevil, okay. That's gonna replace the Sengoku, I guess. So he'll do 7-7 this turn. Okay, Jinbei 6. Oh, 6-8. Counters this for 2. Oh, I guess he could play another Sengoku out, right? But he's not gonna have room. Oh, 6 with the Law. Interesting. He has no more 2Ks? 2 Gungam Giants though. Will he counter with 2 kids or will he take to 2 life? Because if he takes this, he's gonna take the leader hit as well. Yeah, he didn't even get a 2k there. So leader ability, attack 7k, takes that as well. One life. This might be over for the Luffy. Shortest game ever. Okay, gets another non-counter card. At least he has a 2k Usopp in hand. What are his options? Does he have to leave 2 down up for Gungam Giants at this point? How much of his board can he even contend with? Okay, yeah, the 9 cost Luffy's not gonna do much here. Let's play a blocker and then Gungam Giant. I guess that's what you can do. Let's see how much of the Doflamingo's board he can even get rid of this turn. Because what, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5k counter. Okay, Sangoro attacks 6k, gets a draw. Right, because he's at 8 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Does let him draw a card. Picks up a Taro. I guess you Taro into Juro. Hope to find counter. And then you'll have a Dawn up for Gungam Giant. One of them at least. So that could get rid of the Luffy and the Zoro. That's going to come out. So Luffy and another Gungam Giant. Just to potentially find counter. Yeah, he just has to live at this point, but I don't know if he can even stabilize. Okay, so Boa blocks and counters 1. Maybe throws the 8 at the Boa now from the Luffy Taro. That's probably easily defended. We saw from the kid player, he just goes for like the guaranteed kills, so maybe Luffy will do the same. 8 into a 5 instead. A lot of options here. I don't think kid's the play though. I think it's get rid of non-counter, right? Taro into Juro. Hopefully find a 2k, and then Gungam Giant into more 2ks. Okay, so leader 5 or not? Leader 5 or not? Yeah, he might only get rid of one thing on this turn, or maybe nothing at all, because he has counter for this. So 5 at one of the 5ks counters 1, and if he attacks 8 into a 6k, he has counter for that. Or is that 9 cost Mihawk? Actually, I don't know. Too rich for my blood. 8 into the Boa. Yeah, it's 2k, right? 2k Mihawk and a 1k. So in the end, lost nothing on board. So Taro into Juro, as we suspected. I at least know how to play Purple Luffy, even if it's into this losing matchup. So sad. Okay, Usohachi, you're gonna need that. And then, yeah, hope for the best. Hope you survive. At least if the Purple Luffy does survive, everything on the Doflamingo's board should die next turn. And at least Purple Luffy still has a life buffer. He can't get femered or something. So yeah, he just has to hope to draw a counter with the Gungam Giant. The scary thing is there's so many bricks in the Purple Luffy deck that it could just end this turn. Okay, 7k Weevil. Okay, that's answered with 3k. That's one threat that you don't have to worry about anymore. Boa 7? Boa 7. He's at 4 life too, so he doesn't even care. If all of his characters die, he's not going to die anytime soon. He could rebuild the board at some point. Wonder what the Red Rock is for. For the Lucci matchup? Get rid of like a Gekko Moria or something? Does he have to Gum Giant this? I guess he can still counter 3. And then save the Gum Giant for a bigger hit. Nope, he does it now. Gets rid of the 9 cost Luffy. Alright. If he draws like 4k counter, he might be good. 2 Zoro Churros. Oh my god, that's like worst case scenario. Oh, is he gonna lose this turn? He has 3 more attacks and 1 life. 7k Jinbei. He has to counter for this. He has to counter this. Or else it's a 9k from leader afterwards. And then he could do 7-7. 7-7. Why is he separating out the Zoro? He's trying to bluff? Oh, he's trying to make it look like he had more than 2 counter cards in hand doing that. Okay, metagaming. Something I should probably learn how to do. 6k Law. This is a safe 6k, right? Because if he counters this, you weren't going to end anyway. But if he takes it, you go for game. Guaranteed. He took it. 8. Oh my god, it's over. The game didn't even last until Doflamingo got to 10 Dawn. What the heck? That did not feel satisfying. I guess I'll watch one more. Oh, this video is still 14 minutes though. Huh, I'll decide. Oh, that's like the Japanese sign for like, pay no mind to that. That was crazy. That hand waving thing. Let's take a look at what's the top 8 before we end the video. And then we'll see what the next matchup is. Just to like get you guys hyped for the next video. Oh, here's the top 8. So it's 4 Doflamingos still. We saw 2 from the first game and this game. 1 Shanks, 1 Lucci, 1 Teach, and then 1 Black Yellow Luffy. So all the purple Luffys are gone. 1 Shanks left. Everything else is oh, the kid lost. Oh yeah, we saw the kid lose. What am I talking about? Usopp is gone though. That sucks. Would have loved to have seen an Usopp match. So since there's 4 Doflamingos, there's a pretty good chance that we're gonna see another Doflamingo as a 50-50 shot. I'm tired of this character, this deck. Okay, Shanks. That's new. The one of Shanks. Against. Don't be Doflamingo. Oh my god. Okay, well, I guess... I'll just react to both matches. So, I guess I don't need a preamble if this is going to be included with the Purple Luffy Doflamingo match. So this was the same Doflamingo that we just saw decimate the Purple Luffy against Shanks. So Shanks' leader ability, when your opponent attacks on any of their attacks, if you pick one of them once per turn, you can give minus 1k to a leader or character. And then Doflamingo, 2 Dawn attached. If you attack and you pay a Dawn, you can reveal top card of your deck. If it's a 7 Warlord, so the C-type character with the cost of 4 less, you can play it out rested. Got it. So Doflamingo's hand, pretty good, right? Weevil into Jinbei into Weevil, and then he has to Teach. How does every freaking Doflamingo player in these high-level tournaments get a Teach in the opening hand? It's crazy, right? And since we're watching a VOD, we can skip ahead of it. So Shanks, So it's a new starter deck, 21 Luffy. This list is, I'm unfamiliar. There's Makino in it too. And then that's that 2k Sanji, that's kind of like a Diable Jomb. Is this like a Rush Shanks? Aggro Shanks? It could be. This is really interesting. Yeah, I'm more hyped about this match than I initially thought, because I was expecting like standard red hair Shanks with the 10 cost Shanks and the Rayleighs and stuff. But yeah, we'll see how aggro works into aggro. I mean, this is, what, 32, 16, 8? This is a top 8 match, right? This Shanks made top 8. It's not a fluke, like, lucky rush deck that got here. This deck definitely has legs, so I might have to try it out once Starter Deck 21's added to the sim, even as Shanks leaves. Oh, but Whitebeard Dawn. Come on, man. So, Doflamingo first, Shanks second. Both players, no plays on their first turn. Let me lower the volume here. So, Doflamingo plays Teach out most likely. And then he'll do the Jinbei into Weevil combo here. Just have 3 bodies out on his second turn, why don't ya? And still swing 7k. And draw a card. Why don't ya? Looks like that's what's happening. 7 at lead, pay that Dawn, reveal that... Oh, just a Weevil. Okay, so no Jinbei out. I wonder why? I guess if the Jinbei were out rested, he'd have something to attack into for free, right? So this way... Oh, Red Hawk. That's why. I'm stupid. So yeah, Red Hawk counters for 4k and then lets you kill a 4k on board. So to play around that, he only played out the Weevil, right? Because Weevil, even if you give him minus 1k, cannot be killed by the Red Hawk. If he had played the Jinbei, he would have just died anyway. So now he has Jinbei for another turn. Yeah, that was really well played out by the Doflamingo, right? Really played around that really well. Only lost to Teach out of that. So is this a Nami search? It looks like it is. He does run Roger. Yeah, it's a Rush Shanks deck, aggro Shanks. Very interesting. He has to read the card. If I remember correctly, when he... Oh yeah, I can read it on screen. So it has Rush, and then when he attacks, you can give a Rested Dawn to a character. 5 cost 6k power. It's pretty good, right? I imagine it's really good into the mirror too, because you're getting that extra Dawn to attack with. Right, you can do 6/6, so your opponent can't just freely leader ability one attack. But it looks like that's the turn. So yeah, it was 8k at leader to kill the Weevil. Okay, Doflamingo just swing 6 is going to be Jinbei into maybe Gecko Moria here. So 6 from leader, you could just take it. He does counter leader ability, then counter 1k. Right? Is that a 2k? I forgot what that Sanji card does. I think it's a 1k. The chopper is a 2k, right? Hold on. Okay, so it's not chopper, so it's Sanji, right? So 3 cost 3k power, 1k counter. Your turn, this character gains plus 3k power, and then on KO draw a card. Okay, so it was 1k counter. Yeah, there's a lot of new cards that I'm gonna have to get used to, just because they haven't been on the sim, so I haven't had a chance to like get my hands on them, so I don't memorize all the effects. So yeah, it is Jinbei into Gecko, brings back the Weevil back to hand, and then passes to Shanks. So Shanks now on his 6th on turn could start playing out the Luffy. He could do like what 6-7, and that would be it, kinda. He could play the Rayleigh. The Rayleigh could be a blocker option, and then yeah, just have a 6k to attack back into stuff. Plays the Luffy, going aggro. So that's 5 Dawn. So he attacks for 6 and gives the rest of Dawn to leader or himself. Okay, Dawn is going on leader. Doflamingo takes. He has no 2ks either. He has exactly 2k counter, but now 3k. And then 7 from leader. Okay, pretty aggressive turn, but not too much established. We'll see if he can keep up the aggression. Because now he has to kind of defend the Luffy. Right, that's kind of the playstyle of an aggro deck. You're always having to have rested characters to defend, to keep applying damage. The onus is on you to defend your characters. He does have a bad managed kit course, and then what, like 5k counter in hand. Doflamingo picks up a 3rd bounce law. That's crazy. But yeah, bounce law does nothing to the Luffy because Luffy's a 5 cost. So even in that regard, the bounce law, I mean the Shanks seems to have a pretty good deck against this Doflamingo. Right, he's swinging elevated attacks and then has characters that can't be controlled by the bounce law. So it just swings Jinbei 5 leader ability to cancel it out. He might just be playing the Blackbeard out and then playing the Weevils out, I'm guessing. Right, so it's 2 down for Blackbeard. He still has 5 after that. And then maybe he wants to try to kill the Luffy. He has a Gravity Blade, but he might want to wait for like a second body out. Because yeah, Shanks does have 2 of the Luffys, so he could like Gravity Blade 2 of them on the next turn if he waits. Looks like he is, because he does play out the Blackbeard. So he can give 2 rested Dawn to the leader, and then let him put the Weevil on top. Okay, it does put a card on top. I didn't quite catch what it was though, because I do still see the laws in his hand. Okay, it touches the 3rd Dawn. Attacks 8k into the Luffy, 8 into 6. Pays a Dawn, what comes out. Oh, he had 2 Weevils, right. That draws him a card. And he has 3 Dawn left over to do another 8 with the Gecko Moria. He lets the Luffy die. Okay, oh, I think he drew a Sengoku, so he might do like 7 and then Sengoku. Because the leader ability is out of the way. Right, Shanks can no longer reduce something for 1k. So Gecko Moria 7 takes that first life of the game from the Shanks. Final Dawn for a Sengoku, which he can kind of reuse next turn with the 4-cost law. Right, he could bounce the law back to, he can bounce Sengoku back to hand and then like the Gecko Moria back to hand to draw more cards on a future turn. So finds a 2k Croc, passes to Shanks. Okay, so Shanks, only option he has is just to play another Luffy and then get him to get the Doflamingo to 1 life. Okay, that chopper card in his hand is a 2k. Right, if the Sanji were not, then this one should be. It does play out the Luffy, 5 cost 6k attack. Is that even chopper? I forgot. Like, the Punk Hazard cards are going to be really confusing, because that's when everyone kind of switch bodies. Spoilers, but yeah. Okay, so 6 out lead gets met with the 2k. The rest of it down on leader, so another 7 from leader. And he has 2 down up. Did he have another Red Hawk? Oh, he does, okay. Yeah, Red Hawk's going to be really good in keeping this board at bay. At the very least, he'll kill like the Teach, because yeah, the Doflamingo can play around it by putting Dawn on all of his characters. So just take the 7 here, going down to 2 life. So I'm guessing he's gonna put Dawn on the Gecko, Dawn on the Jinbei, so it can't be killed by the Red Hawk. He'll have to preemptively do that. But yeah, you want to throw 6ks at the Shanks anyway, so not the worst idea. So that's 2 Dawn out of his turn out of the way. He'll still have 7 Dawn to work with, which is enough. And then you probably want to use the Teach effect before he dies anyway, so he can put something on top, put the 2 rested Dawn, and then let him die from that point. That would mean having to play something with the rested Dawn to have rested Dawn, you know? So what could he do here? I don't know, is now the time to Gravity Blade? Oh, but then you would only have 2 Dawn left over, which is what all you need for the Jinbei and then the Gecko. Oh, but then you need 1 Dawn for leader ability. So I don't think Gravity Blade's coming out. Yeah, he tapped 4 Dawn. Could just be another Weevil here. Yep. And then he has to replace something on board because he has 6 characters. I thought that part happens first, but I guess the draw happens first, or is the judge gonna do something? Hey, buddy, you got 6 characters on board. Buddy, that's illegal. Yeah, judge is telling him. Get that out of there. Alright, so yeah, he has Rested Dawn to use now. So 2 of that is going onto the leader. He could put Jinbei into top of deck. So 2 Dawns for the... No. Okay, he put something on top. I'm guessing it was a Jinbei. And then uses Teach's ability to put 2 Dawn on leader. He'll still have a 4 at the end. Yeah, he'll put the Dawn on the Jinbei and then the Gecko. Keep him safe from the Red Hawk. He could throw like a 9 at the Luffy here, just to kill him. Okay, attacks with the Jinbei first. Yeah, at this point, whatever happens with the Red Hawk will happen. He's already played around it as best as he could. He probably wants to counter this with counter in hand, because there's going to be a bigger attack from the leader that he could Red Hawk instead. Okay, though, yeah, one of the Weevils can attack. The other one just got played this turn and has Summoning Sickness. Is it called Summoning Sickness in this game? They don't have a term for it. Motion Sickness, Sea Legs. They got Sea Legs for the turn. Does counter 2k with whoever that character is in Sanji's body. Right, Sanji went into Nami's body. I think Chopper went into Sanji's body, right? Is that how it worked? Oh no, Chopper went into Frankie, right? I don't remember, man. Okay, so Gecko 6. I can just check real quick. Okay, it was Chopper. Who's in Frankie's body then? Was it Robin in Frankie's body? It's all Law's fault, right? The 4-cost Law is annoying, Red Purple Law is annoying, the Law from the anime is annoying, making me forget who's in whose body. So 6k here. He has not used his leader ability yet. He takes the 6. Okay. And then leader can do 9. And then that's leader ability plus Red Hawk there. Oh, he has Weevils too, right? I forgot about Weevil. Weevil attack for 7 maybe? 7, 8. Because you know it's going to get stopped by a Red Hawk regardless. Just make it awkward for one of the attacks to be a little stronger. Okay, 7k with the Weevil. Yeah, that makes sense to me, right? Make it a little awkward. Because if one hit's going to be stopped by a Red Hawk outright anyway, make this hit like burn like a 2k or even 3k potentially. Okay, leader ability plus 2k. And then yeah, 8 with leader, which he'll just Red Hawk. I guess he doesn't have to swing 8. Oh, but you kind of want to force him to use the Red Hawk, right? Oh, no leader ability? Okay, it just does 9. Does 9 leader ability down, so he does have to counter 1k on top of this, so 4k. Gets countered here, kills the Teach. And then has to throw another 1k with the Rayleigh. Okay, so he's foregoing the board presence by making him lose another card. Could be worth 1 Dawn to make him lose 1 extra card. So Shanks' turn. His Luffy lived. That's one thing to take note of. Right, that's great for an aggro deck. your attacker live. Your attacker that can give you an extra Dawn for the turn lived. Plays the Nami out. Maybe finds a 3rd Luffy. That would be huge for him right now. Okay, finds another Red Hawk. That's the only thing he can take from this. Runs Makino and Otama. Very old school. He still has that Sanji in hand to Diable Jam with that Luffy in the late game. But the Doflamingo player hasn't seen any of his boas either. Okay, so Luffy attacks for 10. Is this 10? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, he takes that back. Maybe bigger than 10. No, it's still 10. Or not. 9? Okay, 9k at leader, I'm guessing? And then Rested Dawn on leader. But I can't imagine this is 9k at a character. I think he wants to force like a gambit. Like a race. Right? Because Shanks has nothing to play in hand. He just has that Red Hawk. So get your opponent as low as possible. Defend the Luffy and then go for game the turn after. Okay, gets Doflamingo down to 1. Leader does 10k here. I believe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. 10k and then 2 Dawn for leader ability. Oh no, 2 Dawn for Red Hawk plus leader ability. Makes him especially defensive. Even though he's playing such an aggro deck, he can like defend himself pretty well. 10k, I don't think... Does the Doflamingo have enough counter for this? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he does have the counter. If that's a Mihawk that I see next to the Gecko Moria. Yeah, you don't want to get him to... Well, you don't want to be at 0 in this situation because Sanji can bypass blockers. But Doflamingo also has that kind of potential with the Perfume Femur. Okay, picks up a 2k Buggy from Life. That's going to help. And then he's not going to bother playing any blockers because, yeah, he can just bypass it. So we'll see how Doflamingo does this turn. Basically, if the Doflamingo can survive that all-out swing next turn, he wins. And he does have a lot of counter in hand. He might even play the Kayas and bounce it back with the Law, just to filter his hand for more 2k counters. Yeah, that's the annoying thing with the 4-cost Law plus Kaya. A lot of people don't run Kaya, but with Kaya, you can utilize it in this situation. Yeah, get rid of the Gravity Blade in his hand, turn it into counter. Right, that's one thing you can do. And then the Law could bounce the Gecko Moria back to hand too. So you'll have one more counter from that as well. Yeah, actually, I think the Doflamingo doesn't die next turn, no matter what, with this hand. Unless Red had like a pudding. If Red had a pudding effect, this would be huge right now, but unfortunately they don't. So A certain amount of Dawn is going to be used to bolster his hand with counter. It's just how much other attacks can he throw in the meantime. So it's at least 4 Dawn for Law, 1 Dawn for Kaya. If he does go that route, that's 5 Dawn out of the way. I guess he could replay the Gecko and bring a 2k back from the discard. That's 1k more than he would normally have, right? That's 9 Dawn total, and then he'll have 1 Dawn to, I don't know, attach to leader to attack or something. Or play the Kaya out a second time. Okay, he's playing around the Red Hawk, putting 1 Dawn on the 5ks. So that means he can't do what we just said, the 9 Dawn play. He only has 8 Dawn now, so Jinbei 6. Yeah, I think he does have to save that Sanji, right? Because the Boa could ruin his plans here. So he takes the 6. Gets Dragon, that's not going to help with countering at this point, but maybe it helps him with going for game. Right, maybe he doesn't go like 16 with the Luffy, he goes like some combination of Dragon, Leader, and then the Luffy to attack. But even then, I think the Doflamingo just has enough counter to stop that, unfortunately. Yeah, just from my very, very quick math, I do think Doflamingo has this one. It's just a foregone conclusion at this point, so we can skip ahead a bit. Gecko 6 might just counter for 2k with the Makino. Maybe he even needs Makino to go for lethal, because it does turn Nami into 1 attack for 1 Dawn. Or he's thinking about countering. Yeah, he does counter that. So yeah, he's safe. He can take the 2 hits from the Weevil and then just Red Hawk the leader hit or something. Unless Doflamingo runs a Rush Usopp. We'll see how he plays out the rest of the Dawn on his turn to give more 2ks in his hand. So Weevil 6, just take this one. Because you're going to go for game next turn, right? Or else you just die to this board. Gets a Rayleigh? Maybe that might save him? I don't think so, but if it was like a turn earlier, maybe. So he does run late game in terms of Dragon and Rayleigh. They just came at the wrong time. Okay, so Weevil 7 gets met with a Bad Manners Kick Course, discarding the Rayleigh. So at least he was used for something. So what's he got? 7 Dawn left. So Kaya, Law, that's 5. 2 Dawn for what? You can play the Teach. So 2 Dawn Teach, and then Kaya, Law. Then Law bounces back Kaya and the Gecko. And then he leader abilities the... Oh no, he needs 1 Dawn for leader ability. I keep forgetting that part. I don't know what he's going to do. Okay, he does play Kaya. Draw 2, discard 2, get rid of that Gravity Blade. He drew a 2k even, so get rid of 1k. The Perona or something. I don't think it matters. He gets rid of the Femur. Oh right, since... he did, yeah, Femur is non-counter. And obviously, he doesn't have any more Dawn to play a blocker right now, so... Right, because he's forced into a situation where he has to go for game. So he's not going to play a blocker. It's not going to save him. So his entire hand is counter now. Yeah, it's looking over. Dang, I wanted to see the Shanks win. It's such an interesting list too. It's so aggro. I was not expecting it. Especially at this level, at this top 8 list. Top 8 standing, I was expecting like more standard list, not super rogue decks like that. Okay, just play out the Law. Bounces Gecko, bounces Kaya, right? Oh, bounces himself and Kaya. I guess that works if you're not planning to replay the Gecko Moria. And you just swing 7 with leader. So how much counter is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13k counter. I mean, okay, it takes that last life. Up to Shanks to split this. Which I still don't think he can. He can play Dragon. That puts 2 down on leader. And then Luffy can attack 6, put it on himself. So I can do like 999? No, 799? Yeah, 799 is his best attack string, I think. I think that's better than going for 16, right? 799 versus 16. I'll have to do the math later, but that sounds like it's better to me. We'll just skip to when he actually attacks. Okay, it does play out the Dragon, so he's not going for 16. So puts 2 Rested Dawn on leader. Right, this way you get more Dawn to use. You get the Rested Dawn from Dragon and the Rested Dawn from this Luffy. So it does attack 7 with the Luffy, putting a Rested Dawn on leader. Yeah, 799 is the attack string here. 7 gets countered for 3, 9 from Dragon, that gets countered for 5, and he still has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5k counter in hand, which is just enough to counter this 9k, just barely enough. If it was 1k short, he wouldn't have it. So actually that Kaya saved him, right? Because it found a 2k and got rid of the 2 non-counters. Yep, he counters for everything, that was exactly enough to live. Doflamingo wins by a hair, oh my god. That Kaya was definitely the MVP, wasn't it? If he did not Kaya, he would have lost, literally. And that Kaya, he kind of like top decked the turn before. Doflamingo luck, you know? Dang, he doesn't even go 16 with the Weevil. So it does attack 6, get met with the 2k, 6, met with another 2k, 10, 10. You just go 15. 15 for game. You got it. Okay, Doflamingo won the last 3 games we watched on screen. I don't like that, but I guess, yeah. There were 12 of them in the top 32. Let's see what the top 4 is at the next round, and then we'll end the video there after seeing what the next matchup is, or like the spread for the top 4. Okay, top 4 is 3 Doflamingos and 1 Black Yellow Luffy. Huh. That's not good for Black Yellow Luffy. No, Black Yellow Luffy has a favorite matchup, so maybe he might end up taking this. Right, all the teaches and all the purple Luffys get taken out by the Doflamingos so that Black Yellow Luffy can win in the end. They did all of his dirty work for him. Doflamingo are like the goons for the BY Luffy Mafia boss. Maybe we'll get to see that in the next match, top 4. Hopefully not a Doflamingo mirror. Okay, so it's Doflamingo versus BY Luffy. Okay, we'll save that for next video. So if you made it this far, thanks for watching. Hope you don't mind that I included 2 matches, the top 16 and top 8 in this one video. Because yeah, the first match was a little too short, so expect to see this match sometime this week. I'm not going to do it day by day because I don't want to bore you guys with the same video every day. So yeah, maybe the day after. So yeah, thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Let me know if you have any feedback from my commentary. I'd love to hear it. I want to get better. And thanks. Bye.
Car D Kaizoku.